Did you know that there are entire Gravity Fall episodes that Disney flat out refused to let air? Not deleted scenes, not little edits. I mean full on episode ideas that Alex Hirsch and the writers came up with, and Disney executives looked at them and said, absolutely not, too dark, too creepy, too weird. And once you hear what these episodes were supposed to be, you'll understand why. Today, we're uncovering the Gravity Falls episodes Disney refused to air. And some of these are so disturbing, you'll never look at the show the same way again. Here's the thing about Gravity Falls. On the surface, it's a Disney cartoon about twins spending the summer with their grunkle in a weird town. But fans know it was way more than that. Hidden codes, backwards messages, creepy cryptograms, entire mysteries buried inside the animation. Alex Hirsch himself has admitted he tried to sneak in as much horror and weirdness as possible. But here's the catch. Disney doesn't do horror. They don't do religious cults. They definitely don't do body horror. Which means some of the darkest Gravity Falls storylines never made it to air. Let's start with one that honestly sounds like a lost creepypasta. Picture this. Dipper and Mabel discover a new arcade in town. At first, it's harmless fun. Neon lights, pinball machines, old school 8-bit games. But one machine is different. The concept of this scrapped episode was basically Gravity Falls meets a cursed video game. The arcade cabinet would slowly begin pulling the kids inside its world. Dipper, in early drafts, was supposed to glitch in and out of reality, literally flickering between human and video game sprite. Imagine his face breaking into pixel blocks, his voice stuttering like corrupted data, while Mabel desperately tried to pull him back. At one point, the idea was that if you lost the game, you wouldn't just get a game over. You'd be trapped inside the arcade forever. Disney said, absolutely not. Too terrifying, too much nightmare fuel for kids. So instead of a horror arcade episode, the storyline was dropped completely. By the way, I'm curious. If you were in Gravity Falls, would you dare play that cursed arcade machine? Or would you walk away? Drop your answer in the comments below. I don't think I would. I got videos to narrate. Fans already know Bill Cipher is one of the creepiest villains Disney has ever allowed on screen, but originally, Alex Hirsch wanted to dedicate an entire episode to his backstory. And it wasn't going to be subtle. According to people close to the show, Bill's past would have been shown as that of a fallen godlike entity, worshipped by entire civilizations. There were even plans for imagery of cults bowing down to him, sacrifices, and scenes of entire societies collapsing because of his influence. Think about that. A Lovecraftian demon god cult episode on Disney Channel. The executives didn't even hesitate. Too much like religion, too disturbing, too many complaints from parents. So instead, we only got cryptic hints in code and creepy one-liners from Bill. The full-blown Cult of Cipher episode, shut down. Now this one might be the most disturbing of them all. There was a planned episode where Seuss, everyone's favorite lovable handyman, would stumble across a magical artifact that allowed him to upgrade himself. At first it was funny. He'd give himself six-pack abs, a smoother singing voice, super speed. But the twist? The artifact wouldn't stop. Soon Seuss's body would start mutating uncontrollably. Extra arms, faces where they shouldn't be, distorted, writhing flesh like something out of a Cronenberg movie. By the climax, Seuss was supposed to become a full-on monster, his friends barely recognizing him while he begged them to help before the artifact consumed him entirely. Disney's response? No way, too gross, too scary, too traumatizing. So the idea was dropped, though if you look closely, bits of it were recycled into Seuss and the Real Girl, which had a much safer tone. Summerween is already one of the best Gravity Falls episodes. But Alex originally wanted to do a follow-up Halloween special. This time, instead of trick-or-treating, the twins would sneak into the Gravity Falls cemetery. There, they'd accidentally awaken the ghosts of the town's earliest settlers. The episode was supposed to turn into a full-on zombie invasion. Crawling corpses, foggy graveyards, ghostly figures chasing kids through the woods. Think The Walking Dead, but animated. Disney's reaction? We're a kids network? Absolutely not. So the second Summerween special was scrapped, and to this day, fans wonder how terrifying it might have been. Finally, we have to talk about the ending of Gravity Falls. In the finale, we see Grunkle Stan sacrifice himself to defeat Bill Cipher. only to have his memory restored at the last second. A happy ending. But here's the thing. In the original script, Stan wasn't supposed to get his memory back. The ending was going to stay bittersweet, Stan saving the world, but at the permanent cost of his entire identity. Imagine the final shot being the Pines family celebrating, while Stan just sits there, smiling blankly, not knowing who anyone is. Alex Hirsch fought for it. He thought it was more powerful, but Disney overruled him. Too depressing. Kids need closure. So the darker ending was rewritten, but some fans argue that if Disney had kept it, Gravity Falls might have gone down as the boldest kids show ending ever. So there you have it, the Gravity Falls episodes Disney refused to air. From cursed arcades, to cults, to body horror, to endings that were just too tragic. These storylines prove just how far Alex Hirsch wanted to push the limits of children's animation, and honestly, it makes you wonder. If this is what Disney didn't let through, what other secrets might still be hidden in the Gravity Falls vault? But now I want to hear from you. Which one of these scrapped episodes would you actually want to see? The Haunted Arcade, the Zombie Summerween special, or the real Bill Cipher origin story? Let me know down in the comments. And if you love creepy cartoon secrets like this, make sure to subscribe because I've got even more hidden episodes and lost storylines coming soon.